Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video, and in today's video it is going to be the Esiemo build for mobbing. Now you can see these millions upon millions of damage all over my screen, and I'm going to show you how I have made my Esiemo be able to do this. So let's get right on into today's video. So starting off, this is the build. Now I'm going to go on over how the build works shortly, but first I'm going to start off with the actual build. So we're going with full cooldown, so we're using both cooldown modules, and for range we are using expansion. For damage we are using fire synctium, focus on tech, tech amplification, fire amplification, and preemptive strike. Now with preemptive strike on skill attack upon enemies with max HP, it deals 17% of the skill damage incurred as additional damage to the target, and because this is not an impact, this is going to hit significantly harder than a lot of other things inside of this game. So that's just a heads up with that one. Next up, we're just going to use strong mentality. This is for a little bit of skill cost reduction, so this would make it nice and easy for you to run this build without really running into very many MP issues. Now for the red module, of course, creative explosion. This is a red module which is going to allow you to play Esiemo in a very specific style. Now you will begin by using your first ability. You'll begin by using your fourth ability, your creative explosion, and this is essentially going to nuke everything around you, ton of movement speed, ton of damage, so on and so forth. But as you can see here from the bottom bit, the effect of the narcissism, the cooldown decrease by 40% is something we are going to concentrate on very, very much. Now with this cooldown, we are going to use this to spread our first ability. As you can see here, the stat cooldown is 3.6 seconds. This will put it to around about 1 second or so. So you will be able to spam your first ability massively. So around everything is going to be absolutely insane. You're going to be able to throw all of these mines around, which is going to be great. Then your second ability is going to detonate all of these. Now you can see the cooldown for this being already less than half a second, so this is going to be even faster as well. And then if you want to scale up your third ability, is what you're going to use. That's exactly what it's there for. So this is just going to scale up your damage and then just increase your explosion damage and stuff like that. So yeah, Esiemo is going to be an absolute monster when it comes to hitting damage. So that is essentially the build and how to use it. Next up, let's talk about the complementing factors. Starting off, Secret Garden is going to be a weapon because we are using a Descendant which uses tech abilities, so we are going to use its unique ability in order to get pest control, which is basically a free damage buff. And I'm also using this with triple sprint speed on it for a sprint speed weapon. Simple as it gets. If you'd like to see my build on the Secret Garden, I'd recommend running this. This would be a fairly good build to rock. Simple Secret Garden build. That's what I run. You can run something else, but that's just what I've got. Next up, let's talk about the reactor and the external components. Now for the reactor, this is what you are going to want to go with. Of course, tactical rifle mounting for your Secret Garden, fire and tech in the middle. Then honestly, I would say any of the following are really nice on the bottom. Either fire, tech, range. However, you want cooldown to be on this reactor, and cooldown is an essential one because this will allow you to push your build significantly further. In this gameplay, in this video, I did not have cooldown on my reactor, so I was missing cooldown, but if you do get cooldown on your reactor, it will be significantly better. I believe max damage is cooldown and tech, so that's what I would recommend. Next up, of course, I said it before, Slayer set, so you want to go with the Slayer set, you know how it goes at this point. I'm using my wrong Slayer component. I should 100% be using the frickin' where's my other part? There it is. There you go. Right, there you go. Slayer set. That's what you want to be running. MP recovery out of combat, in combat, and then the modifier. Main parts of Slayer set that you're going to need. And then the rest of it is completely up to you. Now, let's talk about the Arche tuning tree. Now for the Arche tuning tree, this is what I run. So with the tree, I've just focused it up to get my damage up and then also to get my cooldown up. Then I've also got the enhanced mana leech modifier for more MP recovery, as well as a little bit of extra health. That's what I would suggest running for this build. We go across, so we've got additional skill cost, we've got additional range, we've got additional MP recovery out of combat, and then we just go all the way up for power and cooldown. Simple. So that is the entire Esiemo setup. Let me show you how this performs. So I'm going to start off by using my fourth ability. As you can see, I wasn't running properly and I almost died for it. But once I did get it working over here, you can see that my first ability's cooldown is very fast. This is what we want. And then with this, I will just put my first ability down, nuke, second ability to activate it, first ability down, nuke, second ability to activate it, so on and so forth. You can see me just running down with Esiemo. On PC, if you do turn your DPI up to like an insanely high number, you can use Esiemo and his fourth ability like a normal character. So that's something I was doing there. Forgive me for that because I know people on console can absolutely not do that. And yeah, this is essentially what you want to be doing with Esiemo. You want to just be running in with your fourth ability, and then you just want to be using your first and your second once your cooldown goes a little bit longer. That's essentially the gameplay loop with him. Now, is he the best mobber? No, he's no Freyna, he's no Bunny, he is no Ines. But honestly, Esiemo has such a charm to him, I cannot even physically put it into words. I had so much fun using him. It's just the fun explosions on your screen. It has to be the explosions on your screen. I can't put it into words, but playing this character, seeing these insane numbers all over your screen is so addicting. It's insane. Now in this gameplay as well, I wasn't even holding the secret garden, so you know, I was missing out on quite a lot of damage from that. As well as that, I believe I was using a slightly different tree that is weaker than the tree that I've displayed to you guys as well. So forgive me for that. However, the fundamental of this gameplay still stands. This is what you can kind of expect to see with Esiemo, just ripping apart absolutely everything. Now, let's just skip on over and show you how I dealt with the bosses in this run. Now for bossing, I was actually informed by an Esiemo pro gamer in my stream that did tag in a little bit later that if I was in solo, at least to put literally one of his grenades from his first ability onto the boss directly, that is literally all I need to one-shot him. Instead of me putting like several down the way I am, I literally only needed to put one down. And then in this instance, I was just using the Malevolent that I have built just to do everything else. But I was going insanely overkill because I didn't know how little damage I actually needed to output, which is kind of crazy. When you think about it, the fact that I could essentially just be one-shotting these people, it's kind of crazy. And I just decided to use my fourth ability because, you know what, screw it, why not? It's really fun using Esiemo this way. I have to admit, he's probably one of the most underappreciated Descendants, and honestly I hope a lot more people give him some more love. You can also alter this build for bossing. That is going to come in a separate video in the future, so stay tuned to that. Now anyways, you're going to see me going in with this. This one has a little bit more resistance towards the fire, so I'm being an idiot, and there you go, we've taken him out. Easy, massive W right there. And let's run on to some Sigma Sector gameplay. Next up, we've got some more Sigma Sector gameplay for you with Esiemo. Now with this, it's no surprise off the bat, millions of damage with that with that fourth ability everywhere. Next up, we are spamming his first ability as well as second ability, one-shotting basically everything because mobs in Sigma Sector have a fire weakness to put the cherry on top of the cake, especially with Esiemo. Now, you can see here, I am leaning back a little bit because I do want to be the one to rush ahead. Now, in this gameplay, I am using the secret garden and the corrected tree, so you will notice that my MP management is a significant amount better. You can just see the way that I play Esiemo here is a lot more going out balls to the walls. It's more crazy, it's more fun. Using the fourth ability into a horde of mobs like that, oh, it's such a great feeling. I cannot put it into words. Esiemo truly is something special with this build. Running into mobs like this is still so much fun. Now, despite us having an Ines inside this game as well, you're still gonna see my damage output at the end, so stay tuned for that as well. Now, even with this here, I was staying mindful. I wanted the elites to spawn, and I wanted to be the one to take them out with my fourth ability. See the elite there? I decided to lock my fourth ability into the corner, doing damage to both sides of the elites. So, if you do want to do it that way, you can hit several mobs like that. But, yeah, this is interesting, and we're just getting there. We're just waiting. Next up, we're racing up to the final stage of this mission. Now for the final stage of this mission, you can see me setting up with Esiemo, hitting plenty of damage everywhere. I just skipped over that little segment to get us to the final bosses, just because this video would be a little bit too long otherwise, but I just want to keep it short and snappy, or short and snappier, more so to the point, you get what I mean. But you can see me using my second and my first, still just absolutely deleting everything, essentially what you want to be doing with Esiemo anyways, and the final boss is here. Now, in terms of damage, I would consider this a low damage run in terms of what I was doing. Now, I am not at all disappointed in this run. I know I could have done better in this run, but this is still absolutely insane. So, you can see here, boss is on his final phase. I'm going with it. I wasn't even bothered about using my fourth ability. I just wanted to use my first. Who gives a shit? Use the Malevolent with it, why not? But in this run, you will see in about 20 seconds time, or 10 seconds time now, I hit a staggering 800 million damage inside of this run, which is just insane. But yeah, that's basically been this video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. I make plenty of videos on the first Descendant, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Any requests, leave them in the comment. I'll get back to you guys. Yep, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.